The accommodation reality of Monaco Grand Prix Week requires planning that most events do not demand, and understanding the landscape clearly allows you to make the right decision for your situation. Within Monaco itself, the Hôtel de Paris on Casino Square is the pinnacle. Rooms and suites overlooking the circuit, direct access to Le Louis XV, proximity to the paddock's social world, and the particular prestige of the most famous hotel address in the Principality. Prices during Grand Prix Week reflect the demand. Some suites reach figures that require a separate conversation. But for those to whom cost is not the primary consideration, there is no more central, more embedded, or more glamorous Monaco Grand Prix base. Hotel Hermitage is the other great Belle Époque palace of Monte Carlo. Sophisticated, beautifully maintained, positioned perfectly in the heart of the Principality. It combines the historical grandeur of the Hôtel de Paris with a slightly more contemplative atmosphere and represents exceptional quality by any standard. The Fairmont Monte Carlo is directly above the hairpin that bears the hotel's name, and the right rooms face directly onto the circuit. Watching Formula One cars negotiate the tightest corner in Formula One from your bedroom window is a unique experience available nowhere else in the world. The hotel's trackside terrace hospitality packages for all sessions make it possible to spend an entire Grand Prix weekend without leaving the building and still have outstanding circuit access. These packages are typically booked approximately 1 year in advance. Monte Carlo Bay Hotel and Resort offers a more relaxed Mediterranean atmosphere with beachside access, excellent pool facilities, driving simulators available from mid-May through the end of the race weekend, and a spa complex that becomes a valued resource when the intensity of the Grand Prix weekend requires a moment of restoration. This is the hotel for those who want quality and comfort with a slightly lower level of Casino Square intensity. Novotel Monte Carlo is the practical mid-range option in the Principality. Well-maintained, centrally located, straightforwardly comfortable, and significantly more accessible in price than the Palace hotels. It represents sensible value for those who want to base themselves in Monaco without the full luxury investment. The majority of Monaco Grand Prix visitors do not stay in Monaco itself. The Principality's hotel inventory is limited, the prices during race week are elevated across the board, and the French Riviera coast provides excellent alternatives at meaningfully different price points. Nice is the optimal base for most visitors. Approximately 20 kilometers from Monaco, connected by frequent and fast TER regional trains taking between 20 and 30 minutes to the Monaco Monte Carlo station, Nice offers excellent hotels at a fraction of Monaco prices combined with one of the most beautiful cities on the French Riviera as your evening destination. The Vieux Nice Old Town, the Promenade des Anglais, the Cours Salea Market, and an outstanding restaurant scene make Nice genuinely enjoyable rather than merely convenient. Commuting from Nice to Monaco for each day's sessions is efficient and manageable, and returning to Nice in the evenings allows you to access nightlife and dining at a broader price range than Monaco provides. Menton, on the Italian border 10 kilometers from Monaco, is the closest non-Monegasque town to the circuit, and sells out earlier than anywhere else on the coast. Its Provençal character, quieter atmosphere, and proximity to Mauro Colagreco's 3 Michelin-starred Mirazur make it the premium base for anyone combining racing with serious gastronomy. If one meal of the trip is going to be at Mirazur, and it should be, being based in Menton makes that straightforward. Beausoleil, the French town immediately adjacent to Monaco on the hilltop above the Principality, is within a 5-minute walk of Casino Square. It offers the convenience of Monaco's central location at French rather than Monegasque prices, and it sells out across all accommodation grades earlier than almost anywhere else along the coast. If you find availability in Beausoleil at a reasonable price, take it. Traveling to Monaco, Nice Côte d'Azur Airport serves as the primary international gateway with direct connections from major European hubs. From the airport, regional trains reach Monaco in approximately 30 minutes, or taxis in 30 to 45 minutes depending on traffic. For an arrival that begins the Monaco experience, the moment you land, the helicopter transfer from Nice Airport to Fontvieille Harbor in Monaco takes approximately 7 minutes, crossing the coast with an aerial view of the circuit and the Principality that is genuinely spectacular. The cost is significant, but the experience is a fitting way to begin a Monaco Grand Prix visit, and the helicopter is genuinely the fastest option when traffic on the approach roads is heavy. By train from Nice, the TER regional service is the most reliable daily commute option, running frequently throughout the day with enhanced services on race days. By car, Monaco during Grand Prix week imposes strict access controls. Many roads are closed for the circuit, parking within the Principality is extremely limited and expensive on race days, and traffic on the 3 Corniche roads above Monaco can be severely congested. If your accommodation is in Monaco, your room key grants you access rights. If you are driving from elsewhere on race days, the train is the strongly preferred option. Essential things to bring. Earplugs. Not optional, genuinely essential. The sound level directly trackside at Monaco is substantial and sustained across long sessions. Good quality earplugs protect your hearing while preserving the emotional impact of the sound. Sunscreen, a hat, and water. Monaco in early June averages temperatures between 24 and 28 degrees Celsius with strong Mediterranean sunshine, and the grandstands can be in direct sun for extended periods. Dehydration and sunburn are genuine risks that forward planning eliminates. A portable battery bank for your phone. You will photograph and video more at this event than at any other you have attended, and your battery will not survive until the end of the day without supplementation. Cash. Monaco accepts cards everywhere, but having some cash for small purchases avoids any friction at food stands and informal vendors. Book everything in advance. Tickets from the official Automobile Club de Monaco. Hotels. Ideally at least 6 months before the race. Restaurant reservations. Weeks in advance at minimum. Months in advance for the fine dining establishments. Only buy tickets from official sources or established, reputable operators. Counterfeit and fraudulent tickets exist around this event, and a ticket that does not scan at the gate has ruined many carefully planned trips. The peace of mind that comes from booking through official channels is worth every effort to secure it. Let me end honestly, because honest advocacy is more persuasive than uncritical enthusiasm. The Monaco Grand Prix is expensive. It is logistically complicated. Getting here requires planning. Getting to your grandstand on race day requires patience. The racing itself, for all its history and drama and technical brilliance, does not always produce the kind of action-packed, overtaking spectacle that circuits with longer straights and more overtaking opportunities provide. People who have not been sometimes ask whether it is worth the investment. The answer is yes. Unambiguously, completely, without any qualification, yes. Because the Monaco Grand Prix is not the race in isolation. It is the totality of the experience, and that totality is available at no other location on any calendar of any sport in any year. It is walking the circuit on Thursday morning in the quiet, before the weekend begins, and understanding at a physical, visceral level what it means to race here at 250 kilometers per hour with the walls 6 inches from your wheels. It is the sound of free practice 1 on Friday afternoon, the first Formula One car through the tunnel, arriving as something close to a physical event rather than merely an auditory one. It is Saturday, qualifying at 4 o'clock, the most intensely dramatic hour in motorsport. The crowd pulling tight with shared tension through every flying lap, the collective detonation of reaction when a lap time falls that no one expected. It is Casino Square at midnight, with Ferraris circling in a parade that has been happening in some form since the Belle Époque. It is the Oceanographic Museum on a Thursday morning with the sea spread below and the harbor spread beyond. It is the Condamine Market and the soccer and the coffee and the locals who live here and for whom this Grand Prix is not a visiting spectacle but their home. It is Le Louis XV and the most accomplished cooking in a room of architectural magnificence. It is Jimmy's on Sunday night and the Red Bull barge at midday and the Japanese garden on a quiet afternoon when the music from a nearby yacht drifts in over the bamboo. It is Charles Leclerc, Monaco-born, Monaco-raised, racing these streets that he has known since before he was old enough to drive them legally, chasing a second-home Grand Prix victory in front of 40,000 people who have watched him grow from a local kid with a racing license into a Formula One champion. And it is 19-year-old Kimi Antonelli, leading the championship in his debut season, arriving at the most unforgiving circuit in the world with everything to prove and the speed and the talent to prove it. The 83rd running of the Formula One Louis Vuitton Grand Prix de Monaco. Thursday, June 4th through Sunday, June 7th, 2026. Qualifying at 4:00 p.m. on Saturday. Race start at 3:00 p.m. on Sunday. 78 laps of the Circuit de Monaco through the streets of Monte Carlo. There is nowhere else to be.